MatchBOX Media Studio, and I'm going to show you how to turn everything on. So first of all, if you get here and the computer's not already on, you can go down and press the button, the little alien face. It will turn the computer on. If the computer's just asleep, you might have to just move the mouse. It's a wireless mouse, wireless keyboard. They are charged pretty regularly. There is no login to the machine. So go ahead and you can click it on the user. You bring it up. The machine should work well. To turn on the mixer board and also the lights, there's this right here. Make sure that your power is turned on. And then if you want mixer on, you press mixer on and it turns on. You'll see the lights come off. And then light 1 and light 2. So the nice thing about those is you can flip them out as you're recording. The other thing about the lights is they're fully adjustable. So you can go in here and adjust the white and the yellow. So you can really dial down, and you can also angle them however you want, which is really helpful when you're setting up your lights for the media studio. It also is helpful that you can turn them around and light the people who you're interviewing possibly. So to the mixer, there are two mics that come plugged in. There's mic 1 and mic 2. They're marked as such. And there's mic 1 on here and mic 2 on here. Now I'm going to show you how to set your settings on the mixer. First and foremost, when you're recording with your mixer, you want to make sure that you have your settings correct. The best thing to do is take your headset and go ahead. It usually stays plugged in here, but it will plug in to this right here, and then you put your headset on. When you put your headset on, you'll hear the output or what you sound like through the mixer. For example, for mic 1, which is all of these settings here, mic 2 is all of these settings here. Mic 2 right now is muted. If I unmute it, then I can mute. So there's a couple things. This is the general volume of mic 1. This is the overall volume. So you want to try to put both these at 0 and 0. And then as I tap on this, you can see this going up. What you want to make sure to do is you want to look to make sure nothing is hitting that red or clipping. There's a few other things. So as I talk into this mic, you can hear my voice. The biggest thing that's going to change your voice the most is your gain. So this is the gain. At very low isn't going to do much to your voice. As you increase it, you will sound louder for one, and you will just sound different. So that's one of those things, and as you can see, as I'm talking and increasing, it's going up quite a bit, and then I'm going down. Where I like to start it is right at that 9 o'clock point, and then all of these, I like to start those right, going straight up to 12 o'clock. So all of these are also, you have your EQ high, your EQ mid, your EQ low. Again, you can play around with those on how you want your voice to sound or whatever you're recording to sound. Those don't play too much into it. They don't play nearly as much into it as your gain, and then same with your FX. But for the most part, you want all of these set straight up, and then you want your gain to be able to get played with. You also can play with your volume here. So if I turn this volume up, even if my gain isn't up, I start to be louder. That's really kind of a last case scenario. The other thing to make sure of is if you're talking to two different people and then you have somebody on mic 1, mic 2, you might want to manually unmute mic 2 and mute mic 1. You'll see the mute buttons come up here. But the really nice thing is I have both of them unmuted. If I set mic 2 facing away from me and mic 1 facing toward me, these are directional mics, and you're only going to get just my voice from here for the most part. So I'll prove that to you by muting mic 1. I muted mic 1, and that's not flashing. Now I'm unmuting mic 1, and it's going. And the nice thing about that is mic 2 was unmuted the whole time. So that's the basics of how to use this. So now I'm going to show you how to set up the Stream Deck, which is very important because if you're streaming, you want to be able to one button press any of these things and have it do things. So you type in Stream Deck and open it up. And then the Stream Deck program pops up. It's pretty simple. It shows the buttons that coordinate with here. They will change depending on what you want to do. So, for example, if I wanted to make a different website, I would click this button, and then I would go over here to click and drag, and I would click and drag. So I go over to System and then Website, and then I just click and drag Website and drop it in. I can title it MatchBOX, and then the URL is MBX.studio, and then I click away from it, and you'll see it pop up here. If I press that, it brings up MBX.studio. So you can do that with a website, you can do that with literally almost anything. And you can make it a one-button push. You can actually also go to next and then set up another one and then back to that one. So really at the tip of your fingertips, you have so many different options, and that's how you set up your Stream Deck. Moving on to OBS. So there's a program called OBS. It's super helpful, and it's going to let you catch all the cameras. So I have this camera here. I have another camera on the side. So with OBS, you can set up different scenes and different angles. So I have this one right here, and I can see kind of how the light's going to hit it. That's where I want to turn on more light. So I can pop on more light, and this, I look good here, but I don't look good here, and then I can adjust this light however I want. I might turn it away from me, and that's a lot better. I can also do things like resize the video, and I can add to the video, and I can also change my text. So if I want to, I can come over here, I'm on scene 1, I can come down here to sources and click the plus button, and then I can do things like text. So I add in text, and then I can add it in, I can change my font to something else, and then I can say testing, okay. I can bring this down and I can make it look however I want. This is a very, very useful program for streaming, for doing interviews, really anything that you're doing that's got a video to it. This computer set up for it. It should really just already be plug and play for you. But if you do want to add another scene or another source, you can do it down here in sources. Or you can make your whole other scene. So that's OBS. And then the other one that people use a lot is Audacity, and it's really just to record your voice, not really your, not video at all. So I'm going to go to File and I'll hit New. So I have a new one going up here. If I take this mic in and I unmute mic 1, and then I go ahead and hit up Record, it will say, hey, hello, I'm recording. Welcome to the show. And then I can stop, and then I will be able to play it back. Hey, hello, I'm recording. Welcome to the show. What's nice about that then is I can highlight a section and then just delete it, and that will go away. So it's super easy to edit. Any of my like silence parts, you can actually watch it happen. I can also highlight and copy, and then I can go over here and paste it too. So if I wanted to have this, me say the same thing over and over, I could, which, hello, I'm Rico. Hello, I'm Rico. I can come back to here. Hello, I'm Rico. Hello, I'm Rico. Hello. So it's useful. It also uploads directly to a lot of the streaming services, that the podcast services, which is really nice. But it's a very, very intuitive program. There's tons of videos on how to use it on YouTube. And along with that, we have on our desktop here, we have a thing that's called Media Studio Training. It is a PDF file, and it has a list of everything that we have here as far as hardware and software, and also a link to a bunch of good training videos I picked out on how to use Zoom, on how to use Discord, how to use OBS. If you do need something installed on here, go ahead and ask me. I'm fine installing games if you're streaming for your business, but for the most part, we want to keep it, business-related stuff. If you have any questions about the Media Studio, please email me. My name is James, and it's just james@MBX.studio is my email. And with that, happy using the Media Studio. Thanks for watching.